If you're about to spend $700 to $1,000 on a 3D printer in 2026, you're about to make a very expensive mistake. And it's not the one you think. Let's get into it. Before we get too far into it, I want to state that this video is not sponsored by Snapmaker, Bambu, or anyone else. This is exactly what I'd spend my money on in 2026. Today I want to talk about multicolor 3D printing and the evolution that we're going through as an industry. So let's start with the Snapmaker U1, the machine that's really forced this conversation.
When Snapmaker released the Snapmaker U1, they didn't just launch another multicolor printer. They changed the waste equation. Most single nozzle systems train you to accept purge towers and filament waste as normal. The U1 doesn't rely on constant purging. It uses true tool changing technology, dedicated nozzles, clean swaps, less waste, faster transitions. That means less material thrown away, less time lost between colors, more predictable multicolor prints. Snapmaker promotes precision and close stability and an independent toolheads, and to their credit, it delivers there. Check it out in our own studio. But there's one thing that this machine is still lacking, and that's, well, we'll get to that at the end, because the U1 isn't the only machine shifting the mid-tier.
So here's the problem with declaring the winner too early in 2026. Another company is coming with the same tech, but from a different angle. Let's check out what that's all about.
Now, the FlashForge Creator 5 and Creator 5 Pro aren't out yet as of this recording, so this is speculation based on images and early material pulled from FlashForge sources. But from what we can see, it takes what the Snapmaker U1 does with 4 independent toolheads and shifts the parking system to the right side instead of the back. That layout alone makes you wonder, bigger platform later? Dual side tool changing? And unlike the U1 right now, this appears a fully enclosed out of the gate. Strong positioning, but it still doesn't push the envelope in one critical area. And interestingly enough, it's the same thing the U1 needs to address. We'll get to that at the end.
Oh, and my job here isn't to sell you something, it's to filter the noise. So if the Snapmaker U1 fits your workflow right now, that's absolutely the smartest move. But if it doesn't, wait. Something else is probably coming that's even better than that. I don't know, I don't have a crystal ball, but that's where I'm at right now. I've got one, I love it, but I think something else is coming.
Then there's the Wondermaker ZR Ultra and Ultra S. Another tool changer, but this one makes a bold claim. No purge towers. Every gram of filament is used in the model. If that holds true, that's not an iteration, that's a shift. Because the real cost of multicolor printing hasn't just been hardware, it's been waste, time, and inefficiency. So the big question is, will it live up to the hype? And more importantly, does it finally solve the thing the U1 and Creator 5 Pro still haven't addressed? If it does, it changes the mid-tier completely. If it doesn't, then 2026 buyers still have a bigger decision to make. And we'll land that plane at the end.
So here's where things get interesting. Not every company is stuck with the same enclosed idea about multicolor 3D printing. Let's check out and see what this next tech is all about.
Next up is the Print Quadro. And this one breaks barriers in a few interesting ways. First, no enclosure. That limits high temperature materials unless you add one yourself. But here's what's exciting. 300 by 300 bed size, 4 independent tool heads, each powered by its own stepper motor. Not just tool swapping, but truly independent motion. Multiple colors printing at the same time, maybe? We'll have to stay tuned on this one. On paper, it's bold, but just like the others, it still doesn't address the one thing no multicolor brand has solved yet, except for one, and that's where 2026 buyers need to pay attention. We'll dock that boat at the end. And now we need to talk about the AtomForm Palette 300. And before we go any further, heavy disclaimer. This machine is still in development. Everything we're discussing is based on early specs and published information. No real-world validation yet. No production unit farms, no long-term data. That does matter, but on paper, it checks every box. Enclosed, large format, true multicolor capability, claims of reduced or eliminated purge waste. And here's the part that makes it interesting. It appears to address the exact limitation the other machines still haven't solved. Now, will it deliver? We don't know yet. But if it does, it changes the 2026 buying conversation entirely. And we'll tie that together here in just a second. Now again, heavy disclaimer. The AtomForm Palette 300 is still in development. Everything here is based on published specs and concept material, but other companies should be studying this concept. It takes what the Bambu Lab H2C does with nozzle swapping and scales it. Not 7 nozzles, 12. Up to 12 true colors with no purge in theory. All for about $1,000. And if you expand with additional material units, capacity jumps as high as 36 colors with some waste introduced at that level. And now add this, 300 by 300 build volume. Each material unit holds 6 spools. and dries them at the same time. That's not just multicolor, that's workflow control. So in theory, this is the first machine we've talked about that actually addresses what the U1, the Creator 5 Pro, and the others haven't fully solved: ecosystem. Integrated material handling, integrated drying, high color count, reduced swap downtime. If it delivers, it can change everything. If it doesn't, then 2026 is still a compromise year.
And sometimes silence or no answer is the loudest answer of all. Let's see what Bambu, I know, the H2C came out, but it's not for the $700 to $1,000 price point. So let's take a look and see what Bambu might do next.
And then there's Bambu Lab. They already solved the ecosystem problem. AMS integration, software refinement, farm management, workflow consistency, that part's handled. Now the pressure shifts, because while everyone else is trying to build the ecosystem, Bambu has to solve innovation. Specifically, purgeless or near purgeless multicolor printing at the sub $1,000 consumer price point. And their silence right now, that doesn't read as inactivity to me, it reads as development. Are they shrinking something like a Vortex style concept down into the P-Series platform? Are we getting a 4 toolhead consumer machine paired with an evolved AMS? Something entirely different? We don't know. What is clear is this: the rest of the market is racing towards ecosystem, but Bambu already has it. Now they have to prove they can push the next phase of multicolor innovation, not just defend the top position. Because in 2026, ecosystem wins long term. But purgeless efficiency is the next battlefield, and that's the mistake buyers can't afford to miss.
So here's where I land. I don't chase the hype, I track the shifts. And the Snapmaker U1 is absolutely pushing the market forward right now at that $700 to $1,000 price point. And I don't think these other companies are just going to stand idly by. They're going to bring their own innovations to the market. So if you like this video, drop us a comment and let us know what we should film next. And until next time, be glorious.